Alright. Basketball Wives LA reunion. Season 3? Season 3 reunion has to be the most ratchet ass emotional reunion I've ever seen. Ever. That I can't even believe some of the stuff I just watched. It just went off like 2 minutes ago, and I'm in awe of it. So we're gonna start on it. Alright, it first starts off the girls are introduced, yada yada yada, that boring crap, Then he says that John Sally says, we're missing someone. And that someone is Drea. Drea have to say, at first I didn't see it, but now I get it. She was very smart for choosing not to be at the reunion and to have Shaunie interview her separately. She said she wants to be interviewed separately so she doesn't get pulled out of character and get caught up in all the drama, and that she can say what she wants to say. Then, Sunday calls Dre a coward, says, just because that shows that she didn't want to come is because she's a coward. So then, Dre says that the drama, it's been so much drama, things got so caught up that no one's even allowed to discuss each other to the press, which I'm confused. Like, what the hell could have went on that damn bad? Bra showing. What the hell could have went on that bad that they're not allowed to discuss each other to the press? Like, this is the reality show. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to create more buzz so you can get more viewers and so you can keep the show going on. That makes me think, like, this show ain't that long. And, I might be surprised if it actually comes back on for another season. Only thing I can think of is lawsuits. Like, y'all must have lawsuits or something for y'all not to even be able to discuss each other to the press. Like, that's what you need, the media. The media is important when you trying to promote something. I don't get it. Then, Drea, Shaunie asked Drea, Shaunie O'Neal, she asked Drea, she said, you called British little short. You called British chubby. And Drea says, yeah, well, she is kind of chubby, and, I think of her now as, little round, ratchet. She called her really ratchet. She's round, little short, little round, country bumpkin. Like, I'm like, damn, like, is it that serious though? I mean, I guess British did offend Drea, but as you can see, British has grown up since then. So, maybe if British was around Drea more, as, she started to grow up, Dre wouldn't, hold on to those feelings. Cause, they asked, John Sally asked British, did she, how did she feel about that? And she was like, well, and what made her ask Dre, was she a hoe? So British was like, well, we know Drea and hoe goes into the same sentence. And if she got $1 for as much as time as her Drea name and hoe went into the same sentence, her and Oprah would be neck and neck. She was like, as for me asking her was a hoe, I think about it and she was like, British, that was so rude. That was so rude. And you know what? I think that's very big of British. I think this season has taught her a lot, and she's seen a lot of things about herself, and she's growing up. So, then Brandy is asked, does she regret asking Sunday about her daughter? And if you didn't know, of course everyone knows by now, Sunday put a picture up of her daughter on Twitter last year. I think that was last year. She put a picture of her daughter kissing a dick. And because it was in retaliation of her daughter saying that she was a hoe. Which, they asked Brandy does she regret it, and she says no. She's like, what mother would put a picture of their daughter on their sucking dick? And, they start going back and forth, and Brandy and Sunny's arguing, and Sunny's mouth go 100 miles per hour. It's crazy. If I was arguing with her, I'd just be sitting there looking at her like this. Because her mouth just go and go and go and go and go. Sunday is a trip. Then, Shawnee asked Drea. They bring up about Drea and Orlando and Channing or Chantel or whatever. Jackie's daughter, about their little affair or whatever, even though there was nothing that really went on. And Drea says, well, all men have their thirsty moments, and, we were broken up, and, somebody set him up. He was willing to meet a girl that he had never seen before, and I guess he thought that she was going to be this young, hot stuff, and he got there, and how people fall in love at first sight. She was more like, it was like, at first sight. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, Dre, you cute, you pretty and all, but Chantel is not ugly. So all that, it's unnecessary. It really is. The girl, she might be bitchy or whatever, but she ain't ugly. Keep it real. Keep it 100. But yeah, and then, Jackie isn't too happy. She's saying, oh, well, my daughter runs circles around that trash. Dre is a beat up Pinto, and Shannon is a Rolls Royce. So then, later on they start talking about, Dre doesn't want to deal with Jackie anymore, and Jackie said, oh, that's fine, I don't care. And then Jackie goes in about how much she did for everybody, and then she starts with these damn crocodile tears, and just crying. It's like, Jackie, this shit's so old. This shit is really old. Like, come on now. You always gonna do this. Just stop it. Just stop it. I hope you come up with, if there is another season, I hope you come up with something new. Just stop it. Then they bring on Lorenzo, and they ask British about Lorenzo cheating, and somewhere, I can't even remember. They ask, British, has she heard about Lorenzo cheating? It's all over the place. And she's like, yeah, I heard it. Me and him was watching it together. And then they was like, John Solly was like, so did he cheat? And then she was like, well, I can't say that he didn't, and I can't say that he did, but, I can't say that he didn't, but I can't say that he did. He's like, you seen the picture, so he was definitely there. So then they bring Lorenzo out, and he said, oh, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Deny. So then John Solly asks, okay, well, what are you going to do to prove to everyone that British is the only one for you? So then he makes British stand up, and he gets on his knees, and he pulls out a bigger rock. A bigger ring, a huge ass ring. And John Solly said something about Kobe. That's like the forgiveness of Kobe. It's like, damn, if you didn't do anything, then why are you pulling the Kobe? Like, you did something. you don't want to seem that bad of a guy, but you did something. But I ain't gonna lie, that ring was huge. I don't know if I can forgive you for that shit. I might keep the ring. Keep the ring and keep it moving, but, you know, he did something. So then they go on to ask Malaysia about how, you know, Twitter and everything is blowing up about her and her husband getting a divorce. And she says, well, if we wanted you to know what's happening, then we'll let you know. And then he asked her about something that she had tweeted, which I hadn't even seen or heard until this reunion. And she says, you know, New Year's Eve, she had lost her brother, and she didn't feel her husband was there enough for her, like, you know, he should have been. So she said she was overly emotional, and then she apologizes to her husband and, you know, says that she's sorry for being immature. And then she cries and she says that, you know, this is one of the hardest times of her life. And, you know, she got me. I mean, I started to tear up. You know, Malaysia is definitely my favorite person on the show. She's such a sweet girl. And I feel like she's very genuine. And, you know, it's a hard time to go through. So then, okay. My bad, y'all. Just going through my notes. Draya said she knew she was gone. Whip Sunday ass in Palm Springs. She said she knew she was going to Palm Springs to whoop ass and take names. And she knew Sunday was just going to be the one. And it definitely was those comments about her son over and over again, saying that, your pansy ass son. And she said, and if Jackie had, you know, was going to do something about it or say something to her, she was next. So, I'm just thinking, Dre got a lot of confidence now. Like, on the first season, I remember they went boxing, and she was telling Laura, don't hit my boobs, they might bust. She couldn't fight then. She must have really took, like, some self-defense class, because now she more confident in her fighting. And she sure she can whip somebody's ass, and she definitely fucked Sunday's eye up, and I can't say Sunday didn't deserve it. Sunday's such a messy bitch. She deserved everything that she got, and that's all I gotta say about it. She definitely deserved to get punched in the eye. You don't, and what was your whole point of keep saying your pansy ass son? What did her little child have anything to do with your argument, you calling her out about being a stripper named Miami? It's like, okay, we already knew that Dre is a stripper. What's your point? Get over it. Like, I really don't understand Sunday's motive. She's just so damn evil. I don't understand it. Her and Kenya, they might be best friends. Shit. They both get their ass whipped for talking too much shit, taking it too far. But, you know, then, Sunday and Brandy, they going back and forth again. And, Sunday apologizes for talking about Dre's son. She said, you know, she's the type of person that hit below the belt, and he had nothing to do with it. She should have never said anything about her son. Brandy said, you would lie. You was talking about my child. Sunday said, I was never talking about your child. Then they get up, and then Brandy gets up. This heifer Sunday took her off her shoe, was trying to throw it. John Sully was in the middle. She was trying to throw it at Brandy. Brandy was ducking the shoe, but trying to get at her a whole nother way, trying to whip that ass. I don't know what happened. Next thing you know, audience members jump on the stage fighting. And then British goes in the back. She runs in the back and she's like, I ain't with these people jumping on the stage. This is a $2,000 dress. Nah. And I ain't never seen no damn audience. I seen the damn cast, especially with Jackie. I seen the cast argue with the audience member. But for the audience, several audience members to jump on the stage, that was some ratchet ass shit right there. Like, I couldn't believe that at all. So then, you know, and one of the audience members was like, you on my turf now? Who the hell is this? I don't know who she was for. I don't know if she was for Sunday or Brandy. I'm pretty sure, you know, Brandy's people was ready to whoop Sunday's ass after that damn comment about, you know, her not being able to have a child. So, and Sunday, you know, people probably know that Sunday got an ass whooping coming to her, so they probably was there to have her back. So I don't know who the hell that was, but that was the most ratchet ass reunion I had ever seen. That shit was crazy. I was confused. So then they come off a break, and John Solly said he had to separate the cast, so it's just Malaysia and Brandy, and they kicked the audience out. All of the audience completely out. And this how you know this some ratchet ass shit. This Andrea was completely right. Shit gone too far. I can't even believe it, to tell you the truth. So then, you know, Brandy, they bring up Sunday talking about, John Solly says, well, when do you think that your problem with Sunday came? She said Sunday is the most evil. She never met a woman so evil before. And he was like, do you think it came when you were in Paris? And, you know, they bring up the part about, you know, Sunday saying that, you know, at least I can have kids. You know, go try to make a baby. I got 3 healthy kids. And Sunday, that was about as low as you can get. At least I think that's low. Everybody on this earth has been affected by cancer in some way. Everybody has some family members or friends that then died from cancer or had cancer, and you had to watch them suffer. That was very low. That was pretty low. And when Brandy and Malaysia, when they showed that clip again and Brandy and Malaysia was both crying, I started to cry. That was very low. I don't know what in the hell that happened to you would make you say that to someone. I don't know how you could feel good about yourself. About even saying that to someone. As soon as you said that, you should apologize. When British and Jackie told you was wrong, you should have went and apologized then. I don't know what the hell. Like, that should never come across your mind. If it does, you know that was something you should not have said at all. So then, you know, they asked the ladies, what's their final thoughts, of this season. And, you know, they asked Malaysia, are they coming back? She said, well, you know, you just have to stay tuned. And, Brandy said, you know, I'm too emotional right now to even speak on it. So then they go to, you know, British, Sunday, and Jackie. And British starts to say, you know, she apologizes about the comments about the, you know, what is it called? I can't even say it. About, you know, her not having kids or whatever. And how, you know, her grandparents, they died from cancer. But she says, you know, I hit below the belt. So, you know, I'm going to say, if you feel like you could talk about me having a daughter by a married man, then, you know, why can't I talk about you? And it's like, Sunday, if you trying to apologize, let that be it. Don't say I apologize, but, because then it's not sincere. But, you know, that's the end. Jackie said she gonna come back. She gonna finish what she started. She definitely ain't done being messy. So that was Basketball Wives LA reunion. Peace.